Hey there! Welcome back to part 8 of It's Gonna Be Okay, a series for anyone who is scared or confused or overwhelmed by the information you're seeing out there on the internet, Facebook groups, social media, news articles, whatever. Together we're going through some of the scariest, most polarizing topics about healthy homes, and I am letting you know why, even though it is true that there is no easy button, everything is gonna be okay. And I know it's gonna be okay because it was eventually okay for me and my family whenever we went through this too. In part 8, let's talk about crawl spaces. I know someone told you that they always fail, that they always end up wet and moldy and a source of problems for the whole house. First, I want to invite you to just collectively take a deep breath and remember, sometimes things are just scary because we don't fully understand them yet and we don't know where to start. So today we're going to talk about where to start. And this tip actually applies for your whole home. You need to actually get to know it, especially the areas that aren't as, let's just say, welcoming. Go spend some time there. The less appealing this sounds, the more it's important, and here's why. Oftentimes, unless it's intentionally designed and built as an encapsulated space, your crawl space isn't actually separate from your living space. It communicates with it. I know. Warm air from your home rises and escapes through the top, and as it does, it pulls replacement air from the lowest point available, which is your crawl space. That's called stack effect. Go look it up. That means a meaningful portion of the air on your first floor might come from the area below it, so please don't ignore it. Get in the crawl space and make some observations and think, am I okay with the conditions in this space communicating with my living space? Here's what you're actually looking for, because not all crawl spaces are the same and they don't all have the same risk. If your crawl space is vented from the outside and not conditioned, that is generally considered a higher risk setup. Outside air with all of the humidity is moving through the space more freely, and depending on your climate, that might mean more moisture, more condensation, more conditions that invite mold. If your crawl space is encapsulated, which means it's sealed, there's a vapor barrier on the ground, it's not exchanging air with the outside, that's generally considered a lower risk setup. But low risk doesn't mean no risk. Encapsulated crawl spaces can still have problems if the air sealing wasn't done right, or if the thing that was actively managing humidity in there stops working somehow. Either way, vented or encapsulated, the answer is the same. You've got to know what you have, and you've got to look at it regularly. The conditions change with the seasons. What was fine in March might not be fine in August, so you got to make a seasonal habit of just making a quick check, because the earlier you catch an issue, the less expensive it may be to fix. If you don't like the conditions in your crawl space, call a professional who can help you understand what air sealing or encapsulation looks like for your situation. You might need strategies to move bulk water, you might need strategies to avoid dew point and other conditions that create conditions conducive to mold and microbial growth, but it is solvable. In any case, it starts with looking. If you're building new, the crawl space decision is the highest leverage choice that you can make, one of them anyways. Don't value engineer out the things that lower the risk in this space. You're going to pay now or you're going to pay later. You're going to save time on maintenance, dollars on remediation, and you're going to preserve the indoor air quality of the place that you live, which is priceless. Trust me. The answer for your climate does exist. You just need to know what it is. Crawl space or no crawl space, vented, conditioned, encapsulated, whatever. I just want you to know everything is going to be okay. I promise.